Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you being here today on this special occasion as we are here to enjoy the graduation of our 5 individuals graduating from our recovery court. I asked Lori a minute ago what graduation class was this, and we've been in business since 2017, so it's probably 14th or 15th class, but we're not sure, so I can't label you with I'll just label you the second half of 2025. First thing I want to do is recognize some special guests that we have with us today. We have Ms. Angie Hill, who's the Montgomery County Administrator. We have Scott Woodrum, who's the Assistant County Administrator. We have our Sheriff, Mr. Hank Pardon. We have Chris Taylor from New River Community Services. He's the Executive Director. Melanie Adkins, who's his Clinical Services Senior Director. Ashley Wilson, who's the New River Valley Community Services Client Associate. And we have Ms. Pettit from Montgomery County Commonwealth Attorney's Office. And I'm going to pull out a couple of those. I do have to offer appreciation and thanks to both Sheriff Pardon, Ms. Hill, Administrative Hill, and Ms. Pettit. Without at least those 3 individuals, this whole program wouldn't be available. The support that the county gives us, that the Sheriff's Department gives us, and that the Commonwealth Attorney's Office gives us, and it's invaluable and it's necessary for us to operate. So we do fully appreciate all the assistance that they give to us. Like I said, it is a very special day. We have 5 graduates, and we're very proud of each and every one of them. One thing I was remiss about, the most important group to thank is our recovery court team. Everybody that's on our recovery court team, if you'd please stand. And no, Mr. Welch, you're on too. Come on. They dedicate a lot of their time and effort to make sure that we offer each and every one of the individuals in our program the most that we can. And we really appreciate the hard work that they do for our group. Again, it's a very special day. I sort of sit here and I won't say I feel like sort of a proud father, because when they first come in, we see them all. We see the condition. We just see the way they are. And then we work with them over the course of the next couple of years. And then I look at them now and how much they've changed and how successful they've been. Sort of like when you got a kindergartner and they put them through school, and then you graduate them from college. You say you hate to see them leave, but you understand it's time to leave and go out and handle whatever issues we may have had in the past on our own now. So I will miss them. Over those 2 years, I learned a lot about them, probably more than they want to tell you that I learned. And it, when they're not here on our court days, I do miss them. And I'm very proud of all of them. They've worked hard, and they deserve today in honor of their hard work. We do have another individual who is our guest for the day, and it's Mr. Chris Alderman. I'm going to introduce him. Chris is a dedicated advocate. He's been a dedicated advocate for more than 20 years in the recovery and nearly 16 years of experience in mental health and substance use services. He's a certified peer recovery specialist. He played a key role in establishing the 401 Peer Center and has been a driving force behind harm reduction initiatives in the Commonwealth of Virginia. He serves as the Outreach and Harm Reduction Coordinator for the New River Health District, where he leads community empowerment and focuses on integrating trauma-informed care into both individual support and system-wide strategies. He's a graduate of the VCU Recovery Leadership Academy. Chris is recognized for advancing harm reduction across Virginia and his ongoing work supporting unhoused populations. His work reflects a deep commitment to compassion, resilience, and creating meaningful change across the communities that he serves. Chris?
Right. Definitely, probably the most nervous I've been speaking in a while. But the Recovery Court does have a special place for me. I remember when this started back in said 2017, was that right? Yeah, I remember Leroy and Bentley and Susan and all the first graduates, and so many of them came after them. For me to be standing up here right now is a whole different story that we're not going to get into today, but trust me when I say I'm extremely, extremely grateful to be standing up here right now. I want to thank my friend Lori Trail for inviting me here. Me and Lori go way back. I think she was my supervisor at one time, and you can imagine what it's like to supervise me. Melanie supervised me before. It's not fun. But to be trusted to speak at a recovery court graduation is a big deal, and I do not take that lightly. This isn't about me. This is about you, the graduates. Lori was real clear with me because there's many things I could speak about, and many different avenues I could take when I speak. But this is about you guys, and this is about sharing hope, and that's what Lori asked me to do, was to share a message of hope. So that's what I do. That's what I'm going to do. I don't sugarcoat. I tell the truth. I don't do a lot of cliches. I don't do a lot of 12-step lingo. I just share who I am and why I'm here. Okay? You know better than anyone that recovery is not easy. You sat in these rooms. You've gone to the court dates. You've had people doubt you. You probably doubted yourselves. You face setbacks, temptations, and the kind of pressure that most people wouldn't survive. And as you probably know, some people don't survive. And here you are, still standing, still showing up. And that's what hope looks like. Hope isn't a nice feeling. Hope isn't out there somewhere. It's right here in this room, in that seat that you're sitting in. You are the hope before people that come after you. You're the hope for the community who sometimes doubt people who use substances. Who kind of doubt the possibility that we get better, that our lives change. You are the future of hope. Your story is yours. Whatever your root cause is, once you really know it, it all makes sense. And when you know your why, you will know what to do. That's when recovery stops being a program and starts becoming your life. I want to share a little bit of my life with you because, believe it or not, it's all connected, as everything is. When I went into treatment in 2004, I didn't feel like I had a life to get back to. I was not learning to live again. I was trying to figure out where I fit in at all. I spent my entire life trying to fit in somewhere, and it started back, way back when I was a child, before I even knew what anything was really. I am a believer that all addictions are rooted in childhood trauma. And so when I look at my life and I look at the abandonment, everything made sense. I did everything they said when I went to treatment. I went to 90 meetings in 90 days. I got a sponsor. I worked steps. I did service work. I got a job. I got several jobs. I lost several jobs. Got married twice. Got divorced twice. Had a bunch of kids. All this in the last 20 years of recovery. But the truth of it is none of that touched the root of my pain. What was the driving source behind my using substances, self-sabotage, the divorces, the affairs? What was causing all of it? If drugs wasn't in the picture anymore, I couldn't figure it out. The career chasing, the need for approval, substances, all of it was the same search. I was chasing the love of a mom and dad that I was never going to experience. Not like I saw others experience. I say that because I was adopted when I was 2 years old. People that raised me didn't love me very much. They made that very clear. At least it didn't feel that way. When I was told I was a tax write-off and that, I could get a bunch of Christmas presents and open them all, but I could only keep one. That's traumatic, but I didn't know it at the time. Love was just normal because people like me don't deserve love. I was told my own mother didn't want me. Why would anybody else? That was the driving force behind my pain, behind the addictions. And once I accepted that I'm never going to get that hug, that I'm proud of you, son, I love you. Once I accepted, and this wasn't long ago, probably about 4.5 to 5 years ago, when I finally accepted that I'm never going to get that, then I don't have to look for it anymore. So I don't need the drugs, I don't need the women, I don't need the validation. I don't need the status. I don't need any of that anymore. Because I have that in the people in my life now. I have that in my children, the ones that still like me. I told you I could go a billion different places. My grandchild, my wife, my dog, the Melanie Atkins, the Lori Trails, the people in my life that really care about me. Right? That's all I need now. The day I learned I didn't have to sacrifice my authenticity for anyone was the day I was finally free in recovery. I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not, to be married to anyone, to be in any program, to have any job, to have any relationship with anyone. And that's when I stopped searching and I started living, and that's what gave me hope. Everybody has their own root trauma, their own story. Yours probably isn't like mine. It may be abandonment trauma, it may not. But what I do know that this is the start of the healing right here. For me, it was new life in 2004. I did 12 steps for 17 years. Now I do trauma healing therapy and recovery. That's my story, and you have to find your story. Luckily, you get to continue your story today. Find your safe people, be honest with them. Safe people don't shame, judge, punish, or abandon. They meet you where you are and walk with you towards the life that you want. You've already met some of your first safe people, the staff, the mentors, the peers, all the people back here. These are your people. These are your safe. And you've got some out here too, but you've got some out here that's not your safe people. So we need to stay away from them. They're no good for us. Back in my day, I went when Cat was still the director of New Life. If you've ever heard of Cat Saunders, Cat McClendon, Cat from New Life. Cat didn't play. Cat was my mentor for a very long time. And even though I do harm reduction these days, I'm all about compassion and love and kindness and let's make sure people stay alive. I still know that these substances, this life, take people that we've loved from us at any time, any day. And so we have to have things like this, people like this in our lives to help us stay alive and help our next generations have a life that we didn't have to suffer to, that they don't suffer to like you did. That was my purpose for doing all this, was for my kids. Then I realized that sometimes it's even bigger than that. You didn't just finish a program, you fought through the stigma, the setbacks, the fear, the doubt, and you won. That's hope. That's not some abstract idea. That's real, lived proof that people can change, grow, and heal. Congratulations, you've not only graduated recovery court, you've reclaimed your future, and the future starts the second you walk out of this room. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris. My name is Lori Trail, and I'm the coordinator of the recovery courts across the New River Valley. I work with New River Valley Community Services, and we are here today again to celebrate our 5 graduates, and really just like to take this opportunity, and I sound like a broken record, I say it every time, but it's true. It took a lot of hard work to get where each of you were, and that path looked different for each of you, but you found it, and you did, and you're demonstrating that recovery is possible today. I do like to reiterate that we're not saying that we've cured addiction today. This is not the end of something. This is a continuation. This is something that you've got to keep doing. Whatever works for you, you've got to keep doing that. And so we are here. We believe staying connected is one of the biggest pieces that's going to help that. We want you to stay connected with us. We will track you down and ask you to if we need to, but we hope you voluntarily stay connected. So we are really proud of you because it is really, you've done a lot of hard work over 2+ years to get where you are today. So I'm going to let this be a moment where we celebrate each of you. We're going to have staff who've worked with you along this way, along your path, come up and recognize you and then give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say. So we're going to start with Dana Dow, who is our District 28 Recovery Court Probation Officer, and we're going to start with Mack Harvey as our first graduate.
Okay, before entering the Recovery Court program, Mack faced many challenges that stemmed from addiction and left him searching for a new path forward. Through a willingness to embrace change, he transformed his life step by step. Along his journey, Mack found lasting love and got married, creating a stable and supportive home environment. He secured steady employment, a milestone that has given him both independence and confidence. Perhaps most importantly, Mack has grown into the role of a better father. He's dependable and devoted to his children. His graduation today represents not just the closing of one chapter, but the continuation of a life marked by resilience, responsibility, and hope for the future. Congratulations, Mack. Do you want to say some words?
I just wanted to thank everybody, thank my wife, thank all of you. My life really has changed, and I couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you.
Proud of you, Matt.
Next, we're going to have Abigail Custer, who is one of our Montgomery County Recovery Court case managers, come up and introduce Austin Leonard.
Yeah.
When Austin first joined the Recovery Court program, following even the most basic rules seemed like a foreign concept. And let's be honest, he never missed a chance to test the patience of the authority figures. What started as resistance, however, slowly turned into resilience. Over time, Austin not only found his footing, but became a leader in his own right. He founded a local NA meeting that now serves as a beacon of hope for others in recovery. He grew into a positive influence for his peers, showing by example that change is not only possible but rewarding. Along the way, Austin built lasting relationships with staff who came to appreciate his humor, honesty, and determination. Though his graduation marks the end of his time here with us, Austin's presence, impact, and quick wit will be deeply missed by everyone in this program. Congratulations, Austin.
All right, y'all. This is very anxiety-inducing, speaking in a courtroom. When I started here, there's times that I don't really remember entirely well about how bad I was doing. Like, I'll remember, I'll remember not knowing if I'd be able to do it, but also feeling like if I could not do 2 years clean, that it's just pathetic and not, like I deserve whatever punishment society deems to put upon. I'm a big advocate for bodily autonomy in general. Sometimes I think a lot of us are, to the point of it conflicting with legality even, but at this point, looking back, it's easy to admit, like, I'm grateful someone was able to pull me off of the path I was going in a more compassionate manner than just jails and prison, felonies, whatever have you. I mean, it's cruel. Like, those things would have just made my life much harder and probably just spiraled me out indefinitely forever. So I'm extremely grateful to the drug court team and for Lori Trail for founding this. Yeah, I'm just glad things went the way they did, man. He's right, it's very anxiety inducing. But yeah, this is the best route that I could have seen my path of, whatever war-torn stuff, man. This is the best possible scenario for me to be in right now. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have Jordan Honaker, who is also a Montgomery County Recovery Court case manager, introducing Christin Sheets.
Christin's journey through the Recovery Court program has been marked both by strength and grace. In the face of one of life's most painful challenges, the loss of her mother, she remained steadfast in her commitment to sobriety, showing a level of perseverance that is truly inspiring. Throughout her time in the program, Christin has been honest, patient, and willing to approach every challenge with understanding. She has shown remarkable dedication to her own growth, tackling every step of recovery with focus and determination. Today, as she graduates, Christin stands as a powerful example of courage and resilience, and a reminder that even in the darkest times, recovery can shine through. Congratulations.
All right. So next we're going to have Ferletta Martinez, who is our Recovery Court Peer Support Specialist and also a graduate of our Pulaski County Recovery Court program, introducing Blake Sowers.
Blake came into the Recovery Court program carrying his fair share of struggles. Yet he never hesitated to lean on his support systems when he needed guidance. His dedication to both his own recovery and the well-being of his peers has been evident from the start, always ready to offer encouragement and support. Blake's work ethic and determination are truly remarkable. Blake showed up and fully committed to the changes he needed for a healthier, more stable life. Today, Blake graduates as a testament to the power of recovery and resiliency.
Well, there was a lot more she could have said. Yeah, I just want to thank the team. I started this, I was just trying to get out of prison for the 13th time, I think. And they kept working with me. Just be truthful with them, and anybody can do it. I was an addict for 30-some years, and now I feel great. Best shape of my life and ready to take on the next step. Thank y'all.
Okay, and apparently I got my alphabet incorrect, so you should have, I was doing alphabetical order, but I messed that up, Tony. So our last graduate will be recognized by Courtney Flores, who's our Recovery Court clinician and team lead, and she will be recognizing Anthony Smith.
Before I talk to you, Anthony, I have to talk to all of y'all because you'll know I can't help myself. I can't help myself. So, what you've done is not for me to be proud of, but I'm proud of you anyway. It's yours. You get to take that with you. Y'all worked really hard and y'all earned the right to be here. No doubt I've seen everything that y'all have done to get here. We talk about recovery and maintenance, that, relationships are only going to strengthen your recovery if those relationships are the ones that are good, positive, and supportive for you. Don't forget, we're part of those relationships. Just because you're not in this program doesn't mean that we can't still help you and we don't still have things to offer you. Remember that your recovery is strong. We didn't do this for y'all. Y'all did this because you wanted to. Yeah, we were holding you accountable, but we know, just like y'all know, that y'all cannot be successful in this program. So y'all did that. I find myself in a position now where I work with a lot of graduates, and I want y'all to hear me say this, and I don't know how to say it any clearer. If you call me to help you after you've graduated this program because you're struggling, you will not be met with disappointment or shame. You will be met with pride. The pride that y'all are working your recovery and you doing what you learned in this program, which is to ask for help when you struggle. So let me be that for you. Let Ferletta be that for you. Let your case manager be that for you. Do not hesitate to call us because of your fear of disappointment or shame. Call us, and I'm going to be proud of you for making that call. So Tony's time in recovery court has not been, it's not been unforgettable. Tony's always eager to speak up. He is a reliable source of accountability, not only to himself, but to his peers. Tony has consistently offered help and encouragement to not only the people in the program, but to us as staff when we have needed it. He steps up every time without complaint or hesitation. Tony has been consistently candid and honest. He has navigated his own recovery journey as well as assisting others in navigating their recovery journey. His presence has brought both laughter and good perspective, reminding everyone that growth doesn't have to be serious all the time. As he graduates, Tony leaves behind a legacy of resilience, camaraderie, and a personality that will be hard to replace. Congratulations, Tony.
So, I just want to thank everyone in the recovery court team. I want to thank my family, my fiance, and most importantly, I want to thank myself. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this, honestly, when I first started. I thought I was going to be either 50-50, I was going to run it till I couldn't run it no more, and then take off. And I kind of chose a different way because I had chosen the other way every single time for the last 24 years and has got me the same result. And so I decided to, instead of run from my problems, invest in myself, and I used the recovery court team to get it done. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So thanks, guys.
All right, again, thank everybody for coming, but Tony, you did bring something up when you spoke about not being, didn't think you would be able to do this, and I think to tell sort of everybody here, it's amazing, like I said, when they first come in, we see them, and I think when they first come in, a lot of them, the only thing they want to do is stay out of jail. That's it. And it's amazing after maybe 2 to 3 months that they've been in the program, at least from my perspective, and I think from the team's perspective, there's a light that goes off, and their behaviors, their interest in things, it changes completely to, I can do this. It's something I want to do. By that time, you felt what it was like to be sober for a couple of months and how life can be at that point versus otherwise. As Lori indicated, we don't cure this disease. It's an issue that everyone will face. It's sort of a day-to-day issue. But as the time goes, it becomes easier and easier for you to deal with those issues. What we try to do, and I think what we've been successful doing here, at least for the 5 of you, is to give you the tools that are necessary so that when we're not watching you, you know exactly what to do in those times of need. You know how to reach out. You know how to stay sober. You leave here today as role models, not just to the people in our program, but to all of the others out there, that this disease can be beat. And every day that you're out there, you're showing that. And, we appreciate that. And again, we don't want you to be strangers. We're here, not just if you have issues and you need some help. We're just here just to call and say, hi, how's everything going? And just to check up on you. We like to hear from you, know how you're doing. We won't see you every other Wednesday like I have been. Now the only time I'll see you is if I see you in a grocery store or outside in the public. And if we see each other, please don't hesitate to come up and say hi. Okay? Love to hear from everybody. Love to hear how you're doing and the successes that you're having out there. But again, congratulations to each of you. We have a little reception out here. I hope everybody's hungry because Lori said there's a lot of food. So please go out, enjoy that, talk, mingle. But again, thanks for coming. You all are a very big, important part of their recovery. Thank you.